Greetings, everyone. Rev.Hawksblood here, calling from the Big Island of Hawaii. It's just a couple years ago. There's so much going on. I'm not sure if Tina could get on. She's having so many problems where she lives in England with internet trying to get service all the time. Her country's got a lot of controlling going on. She doesn't talk about it much, but basically martial law and all kinds of weird things going on there. But they cut the signal off on her neighborhood the last time we were doing a show. So this is going to be interesting. I know people don't like the truth. They don't want to believe it. And they like to hear stories that sound good. I'm not the person to listen to them. Personally, I can't lie and I can't exaggerate the truth and I can't make everybody feel good about what's happening. Because personally, there's nothing good happening. You may believe it or not, no matter what happens with government. Government means control. And basically, a constitution that was written by rich people is not what middle class and poor people need right now anyway. But not that we're ever going to get that. Rich people taking over the world, even though the number of rich people are limited. It's less than 5% of the population, people. And if 5% of the population can control the world, that's pretty scary. We've got 8 billion people, and 5% of that is not a lot, considering there's 2.5 billion Christians, 2.3 billion Muslims, 1.6 billion Hindu people. So that leaves atheists and other people in the background. There's 2,000 religions, and most of them are small compared to the numbers that I just mentioned. So outside of that, we have New Age movements. Some consider themselves a religion, some do not. So with all that going on, we have a twisted government in the United States right now. We have a president that doesn't care about people in any way, one of the biggest liars in the United States as a government person. And it's willing to be overpowering everybody by bringing his armies anywhere he can and where he wants. But there's something scarier than that going on. All right. The UFO world is really growing at a high number of abductions, people being taken. But you want to hear about, good things. There's nothing good going on in the UFO world. All the specials on TV about history, they talk about the gods. There's only one God. But when they talk about gods, they're talking about deities. Deities mean people being controlled by an entity. And these entities were started in Hinduism. All right. But here's the thing, people. This is not about religion. It's not about government. It's about people recognizing who and what they are. All right. Now, what's going on with the president, we have very little control over. The new elections in January might change that, but that's still up in the air. But we have a person in presidency that talks about agreeing with Musk that we should go to Mars, spending more money to do that. For what reason? No reason. All right. He wants to bring back oil and gas. But nobody is talking about the UFO world in government. Now, we have a couple famous people dealing with bringing out messages, but they say very little. All right. A few older famous speakers in the UFO world kind of faded away because everything they predicted didn't happen. Now, the Galactic Federation, which is a big organization now, never proves one thing they ever said. I mean, they come up with dates when the ships are going to land and take everybody up and all these things. And then they come out with, it happened at a different level. I've been in this all my life, people. I'm not a liar. I'm not a cheat, thief. I'm not a storyteller. I'll tell the truth, period. Whether it's good or bad, because my life's been pretty messed up. So I don't have very many good stories to tell in the first place. But I've been next to an alien. I've been next to a spaceship. I've been next to a Bigfoot. All right. I and a partner who I was partners with for years, we filmed more real UFOs than anybody else in the United States. We were on Kerry Cassidy's show for 9 months, showing 5 new pictures every week. Did people listen? All right. Did they really listen or watch what we showed? We had the biggest following. We had anywhere from 50 to 100 people in the chat room every day, every show we did. We'd have about 1,200 people hit us up the next morning. But we did something nobody else ever did at that time. We gave away a free gift, and we asked questions to see if a person was really watching our show. And if they could answer it, we would send them not a big gift, but a gift. But people need things and want things. Are people willing to work for it? Now, the idea of AI is the biggest thing happening right now to the planet. And Musk just released his new program. But it's a danger, people, because he goes, well, it's more intelligent than anything ever created so far, and blah, blah, blah. So they ask it a question, what is God? Ask AI right now what God is. And the only thing an AI can say right now is what people say in the world as like, well, they put it online, they say this, the facts of this, and it can only go filtering through those ideas to create its own idea. As of right now, that's going to change with the new AI that's coming out. But getting back to what is God, it was fed a program which Kaiku, all right, said years ago about intelligence. But he's up and down with what he says. I mean, he said there is no God, there's no this, and he had a hard time talking about aliens and stuff. But with AI, people making things of people saying what they want them to say is even scarier. Because they're taking all these famous people and putting videos up saying that they're them and then what they're saying is a total lie. Or not what they're really thinking. So there's a video put up 5 days ago by Kaiku, and it said basically, that this object coming towards us is a real entity, and it's going to affect us greatly. But now there's pictures out there. Some are fake, some might be real. But we have lots of people claiming they can see it and things like that. I don't know, I have a great telescope, but you can't see it. Not with mine anyway. But the idea is, where is it right now? And it's closer to us. It's come around the sun. Whether it's going to go close to Mars or which way it's going to go, but they're assuming it is coming this way. But they're not saying what it's going to do, what's on it, what it really is. That's the number one point of interest that should be in your main concern. What is it and what is it going to do? Second of all, there's another ship coming on the 28th, 29th of this month. And they're saying it's definitely a ship. So with those two things in the atmosphere coming towards our planet, it should be on the news with main people talking about it. I don't know if you know Rubio. He came out about a week ago saying he wants Congress to release the pictures of what it is. Whether that's going to happen or not is a story, because people, Mr. Rempo changes everything that's possibly true or real to what he wants it to be. All right. Now, on that, well, the UFO world is probably not his concern right now. Even though Putin told them stuff about aliens and that they're working with aliens, they wanted us to release the truth about them. He's not saying a word. The only thing he did is, after he met Putin the one time, he said, I'm creating the Space Force, which was already there. But even that, why would he talk about the Space Force the day after he meets Putin, considering he doesn't believe in aliens? I mean, his son interviewed him, and he never admitted and said, I don't believe in that stuff. But whether he wants to face it or not, that'll be his choice when it gets real. But there's a part of the government, it's called UN. I mean, it's a part of a program, but let me get to them first, MJ-12. All right. There's 32 main members that are controlling it. But basically, what they do, they monitor everything in the United States about UFOs. They control everything that's released about them. People, you're not believing anything I say, but I'm telling you the truth. And you could work at it to find the truth out if you really want to know it. All right. I've been in the world since I was 7 years old. All right. But I worked with many women when I was younger, around 19, 20, that had their child taken by abduction. I guess Tina's not going to be able to get on today, but during that time frame, I was meeting women probably every 4 or 5 months that had their child taken at 9 months or a month, between the last month and the end, taken. And then on top of that, when she went to the hospital, there was no proof of her being pregnant. All of them. Except they had sonograms and things like that done that proved that they were pregnant. One lady that I worked with, she had 2 children taken in 3 years. And she showed me the sonograms and stuff like that. When she went back to the hospital, they said, "Oh, you couldn't be pregnant. There's no traces of anything here." How do they do it? I mean, we could go into cattle mutilation because they're great at surgery beyond our technology, and they can't even admit to that. Linda Moulton Howe, considered the top specialist in cattle mutilation, she never saw one happen. She never proved one thing about it, and she can't prove one thing about it. She gives us, could be, it might be, and oh, it's this, or it could be that. But she never comes up with the truth of how it could happen. There's 2 main reasons why cattle mutilations happen. All right, one is the government does it, and one is aliens do it. Both of them are similarly the same thing. And this is high tech, if you want to hear it or not. The U.S. government has been cloning grays for a while for a reason. Underground cities have been being made for the past 25 years. And there's so many in the United States, and they're manned by anywhere up to 10,000 people in each one of them. So what are they doing that for? Why would they want to clone grays? Well, the most powerful weapon on the planet, but if we do, it's a dangerous weapon, meaning it doesn't save a country versus another country. It's contamination, it's poison, and it's deadly. We have so many proton, neutron, and electron bomb. The hydrogen bomb is not the most important one. Directed energy beams, directed energy weapons. All right, we got the HARP system. But they don't tell you much about chemtrails, geothermal. All right, what that really means, and fracking. All right, they're all done for reasons. But on top of that, even Trump wants to go back to testing nuclear bombs. Well, I don't know how much of the truth is. I know people in high places and trying to get some answers from them. No luck as far as what was really sent to us from the ship that's out there right now. Supposedly it was warnings. And I mean, the video of Kaiku goes on for about 12 minutes about what they said. They came to him to translate it. Well, it's like Zachariah Sitchin trying to translate the tablets and wording from ancient history to what he believes was happening at the time. But what's going on, the warning they gave us, and I'm just going to quote what he said. They gave us a warning. They're not going to destroy us yet. Okay? They're watching us, and we have not been moving forward in any way. But they did say this, people, and I've been trying to talk to Trump, not about this, but the UFO things, what are really happening, that they will not let us leave our atmosphere, our universe, our solar system. All right? They said they wouldn't allow us to go further out there because we would destroy wherever we go, which is what we're doing here. People, you can go to these UFO conferences. Tina's doing a lot of them now. She's becoming a big speaker. Her truth is important. I hope she doesn't get pulled into it. I could say names. Cavalacius, I don't know if you know who that was. He was from Australia. And he was really on my high list until he went out to James Gillen's ranch. And suddenly he changed completely. I warned him. I said, don't get pulled into the energy that's there. And he did, and he's gone. You don't hear or see him anymore. But people, I met with James Gillen. We had a big, almost discussion, angry discussion. He goes, I'm on a bad place and he's in a good place. Well, I saw the same deity that he saw. He says it was a good alien. I said it was not anything, good or bad, but it was in my house. But outside of that, what's going on that he films, he's coming up with these great stories of this, that, and the other thing. But we have people like Stephen Greer, who changes his story every year. He increases it by 10, 20% of adding things to it. First, he was saying all aliens are not real. Then he was saying the government's doing everything, which he stuck with for a long time. Now he's saying the government is doing a lot of things. All right. Most of the ships are created by the government, which they are not. All right. He's saying a lot of things that are so far from the truth, it's mind-boggling. I write him letters every day. Every time I see his video go up, I'll put 10 links, 10 messages underneath it. I keep telling him, you want to debate your truth anytime. You put horrible lies out to Congress. All right? He's standing there with all these whistleblowers. Whistleblowers means a person that comes out with a story that's old with no proof about it. Well, I worked here and I saw something. I saw something that could be. And every one of these people, if you listen to the UFO world on ancient aliens and prophecies, well, it could be, it might be. Meaning it's not 100% even provable in your own mind. Everything I'm going to tell you, everything I talk about is 100% real in my mind and my truth. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's your choice. But I was gifted in one way, if you call it a gift, or ungifted in another, because, the things I went through, I wouldn't wish them on anybody else. The UFO world is not a place you should be in if you're having a normal, happy life. It's not going to help you. It doesn't make things better. And it's not like the internet where Musk and everybody else is giving away supposedly a car and money and, oh, you want a gift. Everybody's telling you that now. I'm getting 10 people a day saying, oh, you want a gift. Just what's wrong with these people? Thinking somebody's going to reply, give them their credit card, or they're asking for an Apple card, $500 usually, and you'll get your gift sent to you and all that. Stupid in that way, because I was talking to supposedly Musk for about 3 weeks, and I thought he was listening to me, which is the reason why I've been trying to talk to him. And then all of a sudden he goes, well, you want a gift. I want to send it to you. I said, I just want to talk to you live on video, two-way conversation. Oh, but I want to send you a car. I want to send you money. You won. But it ended up being about 12 different Musks all saying the same thing. I mean, I get these fake videos in the middle of the night, all saying the same thing, but now I'm getting them from other people, many famous people, many unknown people saying, oh, you want a gift? And where's this idea coming from? Somebody must be making money on it, and that's how it's being a thing I could do to make some money. Well, let's take money from poor people, which is all they're going to be doing. I mean, I don't think a rich person would even consider listening to somebody saying they're going to give them a car. They're a little more intelligent as far as money goes because they watch every penny they spend. So it's not a easy compromise there for them. So, but for poor people that are starving, homeless, need money, whatever the scenario is, an idea of getting something, I'm going to get a car, I'm going to get money. They're desperate, and they think they're really going to get it. But where's aliens have to do with this? Going back to AI. AI is going to be in full control over everything within 3 years. All right. On top of that, AI really doesn't think, even though they make you sound, or you ask them a question, it gives you answers. It gives you what the human consciousness knows. All right. Ask him to describe God, what it looks like. What color was Jesus' hair really? What color are his eyes? I mean, it'll go through multiple ideas. His eyes were blue, his eyes were brown. I mean, it'll only filter out these questions through what it's already in its program. I mean, it's got billions and billions of facts to filter through to get multiple answers for the same question. But it knows nothing about aliens. How many people do? People that get abducted like Tina, when I was doing my show with. All right. She's not here today. I hope she's okay. She's been going in and out of the hospital as well as having problems with her country. So she was already threatened by men in black. They went to her family, her sister. They tried killing her boyfriend twice. I mean, she's in the middle of it because she's putting UFO pictures up every day, every other day. Go on Facebook, Tina Bird. I mean, she's putting a lot of other things up right now, but up until last week or so, she was putting up pictures every night of the UFOs over her house that are always there. I got things over my house. I've been filming them, but I'm not putting them up. I'm putting the truth out, but it's not like I want to stand toe-to-toe with the actual government because they don't like to do things like that. They like to remove people easily so that they don't have to deal with it. I lost 16 friends, 2 whole families, all right, all taken out. I don't know, they lately haven't been talking about medicine. Medicine, they block you and take the show down right away. I guess if you talk about God and aliens, they really don't care. They don't watch it as much because it's only blah, blah, blah. But the controlling factor is you only get what they want you to know, which is not much. All right. I've been seeing ships since I was 6. I was next to a ship when I was 6. I was next to a ship and an alien at 12. All right. From 96 to 2002, I was with a person. We were filming UFOs all the time. But in the interim, we were working where Tesla worked. I'm not going to go into all the details. But we saw just about every kind of creature, entity floating around and walking around and following us and things like that. Then we spent 4 or 5 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a night shooting pictures there and videos. It was where Tesla actually was with a company working underground. All right. And I ended up getting to see part of his notes where he actually talked about who he worked with and what. I'm not going to go into those details because I don't know every detail about it because there's certain things that were never mentioned, like what race he actually worked with. But here's the thing, people. Tesla's equipment and things he created 200 different things, 50 of the most deadliest weapons, which he gave to the United States government. But the inventions, all this idea of free energy, which Stephen Greer goes on, the world's going to become this, that, and the other thing because of it, is a lie. Free energy is not the answer. And going back to oil and stuff is still not the answer either. But what mankind's going to do with all the things he created, type B directed, E energy, W weapon. See how much you can pull up on it. It's very dangerous, people. And they're using it inside the United States. Okay, now the other word is HAARP, HARP system. Pull that up if you don't know nothing about it. It's been here a long time. But it is really the most dangerous weapon on the planet right now. Known weapon, I should say. All right? Because all the weapons Tesla gave the government weren't even released, but they were put on the new spaceship the United States government made. And you think Trump would complain about $44 billion being spent on a spaceship. But he's not. I don't understand why not, if he's so worried about money. I read a whole big thing about how Trump could save money. I didn't put it up yet. Who knows what will happen after I put it up? But it goes into every kind of detail how the world is taking money and how the United States claims that we owe everybody so much money and all those lies. But nobody knows how much money the United States government really has, or how much they can make in a day. All right. And nobody's ever going to find out how much gold the United States has. 9/11, the gold was removed before the explosion. All right. Just a couple of days before. So everything's planned, people. The government's not stupid. Oh, the government's so stupid. No, they're stupid in a different way as far as not caring about people, not caring about the planet, not caring about animals, water, the air, contamination, and all those things. It's all concerned, which is why the Constitution was created, to make the rich people richer and to keep the poor people in poverty. That's what the Constitution's about, people. And when you go, oh, the Constitution says this and that, the right to carry gun. Do you know why the right to carry guns was in the Constitution? Because they were allowed to kill Native people and got paid for it. Serious. Number one reason. I mean, when the cowboy days came, which lasted about 80 years, going out and shooting each other with guns and blah, 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 that ended. I guess somewhere along that they didn't like that idea. But it's not better because you can go out with a gun and shoot children and things like that, which is happening in great amounts of numbers, which it shouldn't be happening. Mr. Rumpo is supporting guns. All right, he's got all the gun people that will vote for him because they want to keep their guns. And one of the things I always say is remove all guns from all people. Crime will drop. Anybody caught with a gun gets 25 years in jail. All right? Guess what? You're not going to see people walking around with guns anymore. I mean, I went to one of the islands. The cops don't carry guns. They carry clubs only. That was a while ago. But people, the idea of gun for protection, people think they're going to be able to save themselves when the government comes to their house. You see these ICE people getting shot up? Not in great numbers yet. I mean, there's going to be real rebellions if Social Security gets taken away. But are aliens going to come here and help anybody? No. I'm going to tell you this. From people I know that were in the Army, in the Marines, in Vietnam, and places like that, they were dealing with UFOs in the Army. All right? But everybody says, well, they were doing drugs and they were doing this, which they were. So anything to cover up the truth, they reply by saying, oh, they were doing drugs or they were drunk. And now they say, oh, well, a person's talking about aliens or ships. Well, were you drinking that night? You can be drinking, but that doesn't mean you're not going to see a UFO or be abducted either. But it gets worse than that, people. Because, you know, abduction's going on by the government and by aliens. The aliens have their own agenda, which is survival. Every race has the idea of survival. Now, when you watch any of these programs about ancient history, they talk about the Aztecs and all those kind of tribal people. I mean, the Mayans try to say they brought the Hopi people to the United States, which is a lie, complete lie, never happened. The Hopi people lived underground, and they came out to meet the white man. I was with the oldest Hopi elder alive, and he told me what they believe in. He carried the Hopi prophecy. I mean, the Hopi prophecy showed World War I and World War II, and it shows a possibility of World War III, depending on what mankind does. All right? And that was written in caves underground, which they only found, I think, maybe 25, 30 years ago. All right? But the truth is, people, you know, the only person that even cared about the Native people was Biden. He put a video up online, which I think everybody in the United States should have been forced to watch. It should have been put all over TV, and everybody had to watch it. Because the reason why he explains in about a 20-minute speech what they did to the Native people and what's happening. But he supported them. He gave lots of money to the Native tribes and helped and tried to do a lot of things, which no other president did. Second of all, Trump, on the other hand, tortured the ones that were boycotting the oil wells and allowed them to do all kinds of horrible things to them. And there was over 2,000 Native people there. All right. And then he has, right before the election, he had this Native guy dressed up with all these feathers and said, well, we all love Trump. I don't know how much he paid him, what he gave him, whatever. Native people do not love Trump. He tried to pass a bill right before he lost presidency that anybody boycotting the pipeline will get 25 years in jail, meaning a Native tribe trying to boycott a gas line, electric too, but the gas lines going through their property would be put in jail for 25 years. So, he has this horrible way of reacting to the truth or what he calls the untruth, meaning he doesn't want to hear it, like global warming. Oh, that's not real. All right. Nobody in government talks about what's causing global warming. And aliens are a part of it, people. And I'll tell you this fact. Alien ships can go in and out of a volcano. They can go in and out of the sun. All right. When I first came to Hawaii, a friend that I made friends with goes, oh, I've been talking about UFOs and stuff, and he goes, oh, I filmed ships going in and out of a volcano, and he brought me over to his house to watch them. Problem is they were grainy. And he goes, well, let's do a movie. I said, they're too grainy. I wouldn't even try to make a movie with them. They could be real. I mean, a lot of everything on TV is recreated images. They can recreate it and make it look really good, but the images that we had weren't really clear enough to make it say, well, exactly this or that. But those kind of things are going on, people. And why everybody always says, well, they wanted to destroy us, they would. Well, there's no reason to destroy us right now. Like I said, the warning that we got says if we get worse, they will destroy us. Now, they gave Tesla technology, 200 ideas and inventions, which he copyrighted. But again, people, they're going to help destroy the planet, not save it. I mean, well, we got free energy. We don't have to. Energy is not what life runs on. The way we think, the way we act is much more important. Respect and all honor, all those words, if they don't exist, the world won't go forward in any good way. Aliens have no feelings and emotions. By all the people I work with, I mean, I was next to them and stuff, but as far as like what they do to people, they don't care. The person's frozen and they can do whatever they want to the person, which is what they do. I was doing past life regression. I work with people that have been abducted over and over and over. But sadly, nothing good happens. And now I pulled out of the mainstream with my ex-partner in it because he sold out to the government. So now I'm left with, do I want to be involved in the UFO world? I'm slowly deciding to pull out of it completely. People don't want the truth. I'm going to go into the spiritual side of things, which I just releasing my new book next month. Or by the end of this month, I should say. All right. Now, people will not want that truth. It's about Jesus. The printer. It's the story of truth about Jesus, what he was doing, what happened, and everything else in between that. Now, what I will say is people out there have a religion, a programmed idea of what their truth is. In a person's life, especially if they're a Christian, something good happens. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Something bad happens. Who do they blame? All right. And everybody in the Christian religion thinks Jesus is here to save and was here to save their sorry ass, which is another big lie. Nobody I have ever met can talk about what Jesus was really teaching. He didn't only teach the disciples, he told people, but those people at that time did not understand anything he said. When he said, "Those who have ears will hear the truth." Well, I mean, they heard him speak. That didn't mean they hear what he was saying. And it wasn't about the words that we use. Forgiveness. He spoke to the poor, and I don't want to say dumb people, but people that had no vocabulary, could not write, were in some kind of a trade, fishing, horseshoes, and things like that, but no awareness of anything further than that. No idea of a real God. At that time, there were multiple gods. All right. So what did these people understand? He couldn't even say the word God. People wouldn't know what it was. They have idols or statues, but that was not a God or anything close to a God. I mean, the Ten Commandments were a way to live. All right. It was just simple laws to live a good life. Even Moses said, well, that's not good enough. So he turns around and writes 63 new laws. Read the Bible. Read the Old Testament. 63 laws that no person on this planet could ever live by. And they still can't. And the Jewish people, the Hasidic Jewish people, say they live by them, which is the biggest crock, because they don't even respect women. A lot of religions do not, still to this day, which is one of the saddest things that went through history since Atlantis was destroyed. I mean, the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Zunis, and everybody else all were killing people, sacrificing people, never move forward. Hold on 1 second. Give me about 5 seconds, please.
Skies falling. Raise my eyes to the wild blue yonder. They can't believe what I see, and it makes me wonder why it's falling down on me. The sky's falling. The sky's falling. The sky's falling. raise my eyes to the wild blue yonder. I can't believe what I see, and it makes me wonder why it's falling down on me. The sky, the sky, the sky is falling. The sky, the sky, the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Well, people, I got a serious problem going on here, plumbing problem, but I hope Team is okay. I'll continue this in another day soon. But any questions, Hawksblood1, AOL.com, call me, text me, I'll answer it. Thank you. Sorry, it was means time, but I hope you got something out of it.